How's it going, everybody? Ty Sites Shadow Games Report, doing part 1 of Replace tonight. Never played this game before. I know it's set in the 80s. I know that we're dealing with some type of weird AI apocalypse. Besides that, I don't know too much. It's a side-scroller. I don't really play side-scrollers, especially in the modern age, but I don't know. I wanted to give it a try. It had an interesting story, so anytime I see AI in the story, I'm just like, yeah, we gotta do it. Alright. Well, before we get into the game, we're gonna do about 30 minutes to an hour of news, like we always do. Let's not waste too much time. It's a good place to pause the song, too. Let's get to these headlines. Massey faces tight primary race against Trump-backed Gallerain in Kentucky. Fox News spotlights claims of recovered UFOs and alien bodies from 4 species. Just trying to think, like, what's the 4th one? Let's see, we got grays. I think there's like small grays, and then there's also like tall grays. I don't know like why they're separate, but I feel like some people like divide them for some reason. We got Pleiadians. What else we got? Reptilians, maybe, possibly. I haven't actually looked into this particular report just yet, so I don't know which ones he claimed. I remember seeing the report like yesterday or something. I don't know, man. Half the time I'm just speculating if half the news is even real right now, so I'm just kind of like, you know, farting it off. Don't really care about it. Don't really care until there's actually something substantial. All we're getting are these shitty, blurry photos that could easily be faked, so I mean, you know, I'm just not going to trust anything until I don't know, until I'm starting to shake hands with aliens or something. I don't know what to really trust anymore. Allegations of affair and abuse rock Massey's tight Kentucky primary. Apparently one of his ex-girlfriends came out today and said that he slept with Lauren Boebert, and she started spilling the beans on all this crap on him. I'm sure she was probably paid. I don't actually know that for a fact, but I don't know. It's all kind of suspicious. The timing is very suspicious. The person who's reporting it is very suspicious. And like I said, I don't actually know anything for a fact. I'm just, you know, giving my opinion here. A little bit. Just throwing in a little bit of sauce. California woman to plead guilty for paying homeless to register to vote. Is this the one that O'Keefe was exposing? I don't know. Kind of curious. Okay, well okay, maybe yeah. We got O'Keefe here at the top. Department of Justice credits James O'Keefe undercover videos for the indictment of LA election fraudster Brenda Brown. Nice. I'll get to that in a bit. We'll circle back later. It just changed everything, didn't it? Most of everything. Kentucky's record-breaking House primary pits Massey against Trump-backed challenger. A lot of people are pointing out the fact that he can barely dress sentences together. I mean, it is what it is. Usually the installed player is usually this phony that can barely do the job, and I mean, they're kind of perfect, I guess. They're just like a shell of a person, and then they have their handlers basically around them, holding them together. Trump calls for probe into Maryland's mail-in ballot error. Haven't heard too much on that yet. Long Island Railroad strike to end as MTA unions reach tentative deal. Pelosi endorses Connie Chan and a raise to replace her in San Francisco. Connie Chan. Isn't that similar to the last name of the lady that was just exposed as the fraudulent CCP mayor in California? I think we should look into her. I don't know. That last name is already throwing up some red flags. Trump RX adds over 600 generic drugs. Mark Cuban joins White House rollout. Meta details Wednesday layoff plan. 7,000 workers transfers and AI overhaul. Well, look at that. More layoffs. This is actually kind of perfect for tonight's message, I guess. Are we being replaced? Obviously, I am kind of leaning towards AI here. In the past, I probably would have leaned more towards immigrants or something with this particular title, but since AI and all these data centers are in the news lately, it's the talk of the town. Are we going to be replaced by AI? Um, I mean, literally every single job is at risk of being replaced either by AI or robots. But I mean, AI runs the robots, so naturally, it's just kind of like one in the same package. I mean, it was illegal aliens replacing us at first, and now they're literally just, I guess they're done with them. They served their use while they were getting the robots ready, and now we're just jumping all in for this AI tyranny, it seems like, which, has kind of been one of my main subjects over the past, I don't know, year maybe. Been talking about it on and off, and now we're just kind of finally here. It's happened a lot faster than I expected it, and it actually came from the wrong person that I never expected it from. I don't think anybody expected Trump to sign all those huge AI deals on day one when coming into office. Such a strange thing to do, especially since a lot of these AI data centers do use a lot of water and a lot of resources in the area. I've heard that they even leave forever chemicals in the water, after they filter through it. I'm not even sure why we're building them. Um, I guess where they could deplete resources for civilians, but I think it's just kind of like that eerie, okay, why are they doing this type of question. Why are we being led towards these particular ends? It's like we're told, they're going to do all these great things, but then we never actually see them, and then it's just benefiting the elite. They can make money even faster, which, it kind of begs the question, like, why do these people even want so much money? What do they get out of it? Is it just the power? Is it just the, I don't know, I can finally buy a helicopter type of mentality? I can finally buy a tank mentality? I can finally buy a bunker mentality? Maybe I can buy an entire planet if I keep saving up enough. I don't know. What is the drive for the elite? Like, what is the point of all this money accumulation? Especially since the dollar is losing so much value. Why would you want all those dead debt notes? I mean, I feel like we're kind of like we're at the end of this fiat system. So I'm just kind of, what are we doing with this? We're at the brink of debt. We're at the brink of annihilation. We literally just went to war over nothing. Supposedly to give us better oil deals, but then we came out, with the short stick. China might get Taiwan now? The hell is that? I mean, I thought we were protecting Taiwan. I thought Trump wanted to protect Taiwan until now. Now I'm just kind of like, whoa, bro. This guy is all over the place. Like, what Trump told you 5 years ago is not what he's telling you today. He is completely flipping the script on everything that he used to support. Is he playing some game with us? Is he a part of the whole Q psyop bullshit? I mean, he likes to think he is, or likes to project that he is. I don't know if he actually is or not. I mean, I've kind of come to the conclusion at this point that Q is just some big Operation Trust psyop, which, if you know what that is, that's basically back in like the, what is it? Can't remember the exact date. It's basically where the Bolsheviks used some type of operation called Operation Trust to pretend to be the Russians, and then they subverted their I guess, the revolt and the revolution by pretending to be the Russians. So the Russians trusted them and decided not to revolt, and then they got taken over. Well, kind of in the weird speculative boat right now of the same thing, in my opinion. Is Q Operation Trust 2.0? Big questions we need to be asking, especially if we got the president repeating the same junk. But anyways, I digress. Did this just change on me? I feel like everything on the screen just changed. No, it didn't. Trump RX adds over 600 generic drugs. I think I said that. Where's the one I was talking about? Oh yeah, Meta details Wednesday layoff plan. 7,000 worker transfers and AI overhaul. That's 7,000 jobs lost. And just remember, Facebook, they're hiring coders. They're hiring lots of admin. You know, people that weren't even a part of like just coding in the IT world. They're getting rid of a huge chunk of their people for AI. So all those people that were helping them build the AI, yeah, well, you just lost your job. So maybe we should like be a little real about these companies. Do we even want to support them? I mean, I stopped using most Facebook products. You know, everybody wants to use Instagram. I'm not an Instagram guy. I hate WhatsApp. It is a literal spy app. I'm trying to think what else. I've never even tried an Oculus before. I wanted one before Facebook bought it, which I might get some type of VR. I'm just not going to get the Meta one. Fuck anything to do with Facebook. Excuse my language. Alright. Reuters, U.S. states reject anti-vaccine bills as public health groups fight MAHA. Google, Blackstone to create new AI cloud company. Oh, good. Yeah, we just need more, right? Which I've already talked about. We already have like triple of what everybody else has in the world of data centers, and now we just want to like quadruple it. Insanity. Judge bars Georgia judicial panel's disclosure of Supreme Court candidates' misconduct allegations. 3 adults killed and 2 teen suspects dead in shooting at San Diego Islamic Center. Trump says he's postponing scheduled attack of Iran tomorrow at Middle East leaders' request. Yeah, I think we had the UAE and Saudi Arabia and a few other countries telling him to hold off, that they're almost close to a deal. Will that actually happen? I mean, we've been waiting a long time. I don't know. I've kind of lost a lot of hope with this president, and I kind of just want him to leave. I mean, I know that's a lot to say. I just don't trust him anymore. I just don't know where he's going. I mean, maybe he's doing that for strategic reasons, but I just if I can't tell what someone is doing and they constantly keep doing or going against what they said they were going to do, I mean, there's just no point in trusting them. Even if they're playing a game, even if they're trying to wrap around the enemy or flank them somehow. You know, it's like if you keep lying to me and you do that for like 3 months, which is basically what's been happening here, why would I support you? I mean, yeah, we had all the Q posts and everything else right before he did all this stuff. But that doesn't, you know, like, if I'm speculating that Q is already fake beforehand, and then, you know, right after all of that, we go to war, and he campaigned on no wars, and he also said he wouldn't even attack Iran. Like, it was just very, very specific things that he said, and he went directly against them. I'm sorry, I have a short rope with trust. You know, if you get too far away with my trust rope and you snap it, you're gone. If you walk on my, you know, my trust tight rope and play games on it and you snap it, you're gone. I'm letting you fall. I'm sorry. You should have stuck to the plan. which I thought the plan was everything that you said. Apparently, there's a little bit more to the plan than I was in for. So, I am off the Trump train. I am in the third party camp. I've always been an independent, anyways. You know, I used to call myself a GDI, which I don't know if that's a well known term, but here in Tennessee, it's a gosh dang independent. Obviously, you know, change up the first two words if you want to. Um, Anyways, moving on. Pretty frustrated with the news lately, guys. So, if I take a minute to breathe, I might need it. Trump says he's postponing. Yeah, we already said that. Jury rules against Elon Musk in court battle against Sam Altman, OpenAI. Rules against Elon Musk. The jury rules against him, no less. Interesting. Trump moves to drop IRS suit as DOJ discloses 1.7 billion fund. Yeah, he's just gonna drop the whole suit, and I guess they're gonna pay him over $1 billion. You know, he's not making anything while he's president, but he's gonna make $1 billion for taking him to court. Whatever. I think it's 1.7, but I almost feel like I saw a smaller number earlier. I don't want to misquote. 4 crew members ejected safely after 2 Navy jets crashed during air show in Idaho, organizer says. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. It comes at like some of the worst timing with the war and everything. I'm just like, yeah, that pretty much sums up how America looks right now. That's one way to tell the story. And since we might be replaced by AI, well, one thing that I am kind of happy about is that AI videos have gotten a lot better, a lot more quickly than I expected. People are making little mini movies right now. I actually want to work on my own movie. I was working on it a couple months ago, and then gas prices went to shit, and here I am getting snapped back into this world. I'm just like, bro, like, can the world chill out for 5 seconds so I can like focus on some creative projects, whatever. Let's watch this real quick. I need to breathe for a minute.
Welcome back, Captain. All systems are green. Destination?
Get us off this rock, now.
Well, how did it go?
We have 4 weeks to get the money or I am a corpse. There's only one place to get that kind of money fast. Set destination for Magnus 5. Wake me when we get there.
Understood, Captain. Setting course for Magnus 5 now.
I thought you were gonna wake me.
Captain, we are 52 minutes from Magnus 5. By the time you would prepare and eat your meal, we would arrive. How will you make the money?
We are gonna visit an old friend.
So we're gonna see Carlisle?
Prepare for arrival at Spaceport Besser.
Certainly, Captain. Vester Control, this is inbound freighter requesting landing permission at Vester Starport.
Freighter, you are cleared for pad 17. Transmit transponder and confirm vector.
Transponder transmitting. Vector confirmed. Landing permission granted, Captain.
Carlisle's dangerous now. I knew him back in the old days. He runs half the syndicates on this rock. One wrong word and we're both dead.
I've only heard the stories about him. How bad is it really?
Bad enough that I'd rather not be here. Just stay close and let me do the talking. This is it. Stay sharp. Listen.
I'm looking for Carlisle. Tell him Captain Mars is here.
Captain Mars is here. Take the elevator over there. Code 356.
My God, a real Banshee. It is an honor. Follow me. It's been, what, 6 years? Last time I saw you, Marks, we were running jobs for that Black Ops unit.
Long time.
But this one, I almost couldn't believe it when I saw her. A real Banshee. Do you know the penalty for harboring something like her?
I'll take my chances.
I'm looking for high-paying work right now.
Then maybe I can help you. I have a job. Dangerous, but it pays very well.
What is it?
Not what, who.
Pretty good stuff, if you ask me. I did speed it up slightly, just in case it's, I don't know, copyrighted or something. It kind of seems like that guy, whoever made it, Stevie May, I think his name is, or Stevie Mac. What does it say there? Stevie Mac. I want to say he's going to keep adding to it, so it could get a lot better as we go. But anyways, let's get on to other broader things. It looks pretty interesting, actually. I mean, if that was a movie, I would watch it. Whatever the hell it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it's going. It's already looking good, though. It kind of looks like he was, like, taken a little bit from the Raised by Wolves series. If anybody's ever seen that particular series, I didn't finish it, but all you really got to do is watch the first few episodes to know what I'm talking about. There's, like, these androids with super human abilities. I mean, they're basically like Superman. Like, she like floats around and she like screams and stuff. Anyways, CEO of JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, promises Americans he will extend your life expectancy age to 100 if you let artificial intelligence take over your life. He says artificial intelligence will cure all types of cancer and also reduce your work week.
So AI, big picture, AI is going to cure cancers and reduce work weeks, and kids will live longer, and planes will be safer, and cars will be safer, and less people die, and you'll have new drugs. It's going to be good, but we've been using it now for 13 years. It does an amazing job in various different things. So we're going to deploy it to help our customers. There are two attributes that people worry about. One is mythos. It's legitimate that this is so powerful and covers a lot of vulnerabilities, and we're all trying to figure out how to deal with it, not just for ourselves, but with all of our friends. Big banks, small banks, telecom, the government's on top of it. A lot of the work's got to be done by enterprise. They don't have the ability to do a lot of that. So I think, Scott Bessett's running it for banks, and I assume they've done it for other people elsewhere. So we're all getting our hands around it. It is risky. Everyone, and we actually publish, and people should look at this, like a list of what you can do now. Don't wait to get mythos, because everyone's going to get it at one point, but you can't give it to everyone. If they can't handle it, or if it gets leaked out, it can be used by bad guys before we've protected open source code and all our code. And so we need a little work to do to get it done right.
Why does he talk like he has a sock in his mouth? Is that just me noticing that? Massey faces tight primary race against Trump-backed Galrain in Kentucky. Secretary of War flew to Kentucky to campaign against Thomas Massie, the one Republican who actually votes against your kids dying in another forever war. From Dr. Simon. Let's let him finish that sentence since... I don't know why half the speakers out, but it is for this video. I guess it's the camera. The camera mic is only recording mostly on one side.
It's wonderful to be here with all of you.
I can see the bars.
Is that good Navy? Oh, we're going to do this Navy-Army thing now, too? You already started it, didn't you? Well, it's great to be in Kentucky with great Americans. I had a chance. I just came from Fort Campbell with other great Americans, the best of our nation, and it's an honor to be here with all of you. I have to say up front, for the lawyers, that I'm here in my personal capacity as a private citizen, a fellow American, and a fellow combat veteran, here to support Navy SEAL Ed Galrein. Now, I'll admit, as an Army guy, we're supposed to try to give Navy SEALs a hard time, but Ed was not only a leader in SEAL Team 6, but also
today, I can't remember.
Ranger qualified, which feels just a bit excessive, unnecessary.
It's pretty wild that Hegseth shows up too.
You got one thing wrong, I'm not Ranger qualified, you are, so I'm just...
Very, very strange. We got Trump backing up the guy, we got Hegseth. Who else came out for the Galrein guy? I don't know. It's pretty absurd. That's like, I don't know, does that ever happen? I feel like Trump is like the only president that I remember doing stuff like this for individual candidates, like calling out their names, endorsing them, that sort of thing. I mean, I don't know, maybe it happened in the past and I just didn't notice it, but for some reason, it's very noticeable with Trump. Alright, President Trump has released a last-minute video pleading with the people of Kentucky to stand with his AIPAC-backed candidate over Thomas Massie.
Tomorrow. I'm in the Oval Office, and we're in a fight against the worst congressman in the history of our country. His name is Thomas Massie. He's from Kentucky. I hope you're going to put him out of business tomorrow. He is so bad. Got an election coming up. He's running against a great guy, a great patriot, Ed Galrein. He's fantastic. But forget that. Massie's the worst congressman in the history of our country, always voting against Republicans and good values. So get rid of Thomas Massie. I hope you're going to put him...
So this is kind of what I mean with Trump posting Q stuff. I mean, he's been doing this really for years, if you actually pay attention. A lot of people didn't really notice until like the past few months, though, that he's been posting Q stuff. I mean, I think some of the mainstream noticed it back a few years ago, but he threw it off and never talked about it again, and they didn't really drill him on it. So, yeah, here he is, coming back with the Q stuff, and this was, I think, yesterday. Check this real quick. This photo thing is all over the place. So, 2 days ago, it was the calm before the storm. This is not calm. I don't know what Trump considers to be calm, but I don't think we're anywhere near calm right now. But, I don't know. Is that a signal that people are about to be arrested? Maybe I would have used to think so, but now I'm just kind of worried whenever he posts stuff like this now. I'm just like, bro, you lost so much trust at this point that people are concerned. Like, I think you should have weekly psychological evaluations, because I literally just don't know where the hell your head is at 90% of the time. If you're, you know, playing some weird military subversion game with the American public, you know, not being transparent after saying you're going to be transparent, I mean, like, you just lie about everything. I mean, are you really going to pretend to be Batman? You know, and act like you can be the Dark Knight and lie to us, pretend to be the bad guy, and then come back and save the day? I mean, that's the persona he's trying to give off, but at the same time, I'm just like, bro, you've made the entire country horribly uneasy towards any action that you're going to be making over the next 2.5 years. We're all scared, honestly. Like, I mean, I know a lot of people and they're just kind of like, what the hell is going on? Like I know people that are having like weird anxiety attacks. And, you know, some people are coping better than others. But whenever you just strain the economy this badly, whenever you just don't actually have any real justice, I mean, what the hell even happened to the whole Comey situation? Did Comey get arrested? Is he in jail right now? I don't know. Maybe I need to check on that. Maybe I need to ask Grok real quick, because I've been kind of pissed about that for a minute, and I don't know, there's so much shit going on. I can't even focus on the last thing. Alright, let's see what happened to Comey real quick. Is Comey arrested and in jail now? Let's see what's the update. Make sure I have the part. So he posted that photo, and I think this is the next day Trump posted this. I don't know, so he's like a space commander now? Space commander now with Star Trek in the background. Well, I know that's actually the Space Force emblem now. They literally took the Star Trek emblem and I guess updated it a little bit. Is this like space lasers? Is that what that is? You know, if we got Space Force, why are we even like in Iran right now? We could literally withdraw all of our troops right now. We could get some tungsten rods up in the sky. You know, that theoretical weapon that supposedly does the same amount of damage as a nuke, but doesn't leave the radioactive, what is it called? Fog or whatever left over from a nuke. It doesn't leave that. It just creates the devastation, creates a shockwave. Also, I think it tears up the ground, too. This is another reason why I actually suggested we use the tungsten rod over a nuke or anything else. Now, is the tungsten, or the rod of God, they also call it, is that real? Is that concept even a real thing? I mean, whenever I looked it up, you know, it said that it wasn't even a real thing yet. Let's see. No, James Comey is not arrested or in jail right now. On April 28th, 2026, a federal grand jury in Eastern District of North Carolina indicted Comey on 2 felony charges. Can you believe it's almost been a month since that happened? It's such a crazy year. Like, we can't even focus on, like, the last thing that happened. Like, it's just such a crazy OODA loop. We've been OODA looped, guys. If you know what that means, good. If you don't, look it up. OODA loop. OODA loop. Interpreted by prosecutors as a coded threat against Trump. Okay, Comey surrendered to authorities the next day, appeared briefly in federal court in Virginia, and was released with no conditions by the judge. He has pled not guilty and maintains his innocence, calling the case politically motivated. So I guess as long as you argue from the other side that nothing happened, you can get off scot-free. I don't know, man. Like, if you have even veiled threats like that from officials, I definitely think you should go to prison. No, if it's some random hobo on the street, I don't think you should really do anything. I mean, maybe put him in a mental hospital or something. I don't know. Something a lot less than, you know, going to jail or whatever. Because, I mean, there's just crazy people that say crazy shit, and hell, I've been threatened with murder 1,000 times, and I didn't call the cops. I mean, I might now, but, you know, growing up, I wasn't savvy to using the cops and stuff, and also I grew up with the whole mentality of, you gotta fight somebody over calling the cops. And now I just realize that's stupid, because you'll just go to jail, and I mean, it's just like, why don't you just go ahead and put the other guy in jail and go enjoy your life? You know, it's like, so much easier that way. I know it's kind of like the pussy way out to some degree, but, I mean, then and there again, We are getting older, everybody. I'm getting older myself. I can't be fighting every single person I have conflict with. You know, if you really want to argue with somebody, I'll give you a FBI agent to argue with. Sound good? Okay. Glad we established that. All right. And I'm just joking. I don't want to scare everybody with stuff like that, but it's just, you know, there are those weirdos. Trump calls for probe into Maryland's mail-in ballot era. You got a video? Yeah. I want somebody else to talk for a minute. I've been talking too much.
I have been and will continue to be very, not just very involved, but focused on making sure that while I believe in national redistricting, I believe that we need to end national gerrymandering. I believe that Congress has to do its job and pass a bill that is a national redistricting bill that actually focuses on making sure that we can have fair elections all across the board and that states cannot manipulate their elections. But I will say this. When we are watching the President of the United States trying to pick and choose which states should have mid-decade redistricting, when we have the President of the United States who is calling up Texas and Florida and Missouri and Georgia and North Carolina and saying, you all should look at making sure you have fair maps. But by the way, everyone else, sit on your hands. Don't play with me. And if the rest of the country is going to have this conversation about mid-decade redistricting, then so should Maryland, and so should every other state, because until it is done nationally, we have to make sure that this election is not stolen right before our face so this pain is made permanent.
I didn't realize I didn't have my mic on. My bad, guys. My bad. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. Not a rookie, but whatever. So yeah, we got Fox News spotlights claims of recovered UFOs and alien bodies from 4 species. One other angle I could cover with the whole "are we being replaced" kind of junk. There's been lots of interesting talk around the military creating alien-human hybrids and possibly even human clones. Let's just say of like political people or even celebrities. There might be body doubles that are clones. All kind of speculative, but at the same time, there's still talk about it. I mean, there could be even documents. I think there was even some cloning documents within the Epstein files. Now, once you start to bleed over Epstein with alien stuff, that's whenever you know, whenever things get, I don't know if you want to say interesting, but I don't know. What's the word? Intriguing? I don't know. What is the right word for that? I'm not trying to make it pretty. Fox News spotlights claims of recovered UFOs and alien bodies from 4 species. Let's find out what these are. Fox News Primetime, Jesse Waters features physicist Dr. Hal Puthoff, who described trusted sources detailing recoveries of UFOs with biologics from 4 humanoid types: Greys, Nordics, reptilians, and insectoids. Okay, so it is... Alright, well, I kind of forgot about the insectoids. I remember hearing about them, but at the same time, I'm just kind of like... You know, the Greys are the only one that seem like they're from somewhere else. I mean, maybe they're from the future or something. But, like, what's weird about the other 3? We got Nordics, which strangely look like Northern Europeans. Like otherworldly, strangely, but also not otherworldly, and you're just kind of like, are you sure they're not just like Europeans? And they're calling themselves aliens? Like, what makes them special? I don't know. Nordics, I'm still questioning if that one is a real alien or not, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there's more to it, and we just need to hear the rest of the story. So I'll put that one off to the side. Reptilians. Reptilians, I can actually kind of believe a little bit more because we did have the dinosaurs. As if that narrative is true, if the dinosaurs did exist and all those bones are real. Some people like to argue that the bones are fake, which I've heard that the museum bones actually are fake and the real bones are somewhere else. I mean, I could be wrong about that, but that's just what I've heard. So yeah, I don't know. Like, if we were to believe that dinosaurs are real and evolution is true and, you know, there are different variations of reptiles, let's just say that one particular race of reptiles made it out alive of the whole asteroid demic that they kind of went through, where the, you know, I guess the main tell is that a huge asteroid hit the surface of the Earth somewhere in the Gulf of Mexico, I believe. And that created a massive tidal wave / shock wave. Like, the crater is still there and everything. And it wiped out the dinosaurs. But, I don't know, there's also the weird theories of more recent years where they think that there was a massive polar shift, I don't know, anywhere from 10,000 to 20,000 years ago, maybe even older than that. But it was basically sometime around the same period that the youngest Dryas happened, and there could have been a massive just shift of the crust. I mean, I don't know how polar shifts work exactly, but it is supposed to be cataclysmic, and it's supposed to be world-changing and shifting. I mean, could it even be that this is what caused or helped cause the floods for Noah's Ark, or aka the Epic of Gilgamesh? Some people say that Noah's Ark is actually taken from the Epic of Gilgamesh. I know everybody will argue which side they want to in that particular tale. I see things more as a researcher. I like to entertain both sides of the story. Now, will I accept either one of them? Not exactly. That's not how philosophers behave when it comes to abstract concepts or hypotheticals. You know, you can entertain ideas without accepting them. That's supposedly a quote by Aristotle and or Plato. I want to say it was Aristotle, though. You can entertain ideas without accepting them. That is the mark of an educated mind, as he said. But anyways, let's get into this video. It's much cooler than what the hell I'm talking about. Researchers say dozens of crashed UFOs have been recovered with 4 different alien species on board. Probably speed this up too.
We are not alone. The Pentagon released the UFO files a few weeks back, and we just found out over 1 billion people have visited the site. 1 billion. It's got to be a record. The War Department says more files will be released soon. UFO experts and top researchers have been investigating aliens for years. Their sources say dozens of crashed UFOs have been recovered, and what they found inside, shocking.
Do people think that there's one type of non-human intelligence that's visiting the Earth, or is there many, many types?
People who have been involved in recoveries have said
there are at least 4 types, 4 separate types. Now, I have not had direct access to that, but I believe the people who I talked to.
4 different types of life.
4 different types of life.
4 different species of aliens. Another scientist called them Greys, Nordics, Insectoids, and Reptilians. All of them have 2 arms and 2 legs, just like us. Experts speculate the reptilians are scaly with long tails like a lizard. Insectoids look like a praying mantis. The Greys look like your classic movie alien, and the Nordics look like a regular Swedish guy, but 7 feet tall. We haven't seen the evidence, but Pete Hegseth says more evidence is coming, and there are a lot of believers in Congress.
I have seen evidence in a skiff that leads me to believe there are things we cannot explain, and I have observed things that are of non-human origin and creation. That's my opinion.
Releasing the files isn't easy. They've been hitting for years, and a lot of people want to keep it that way.
The problem we have right now is the deep state's fighting the president on releasing. He kept his word, and I suspect some of our not so friendly comrades and some of our alphabet agencies are slow walking a lot of information. It's about power, it's about control, and that's kind of what runs Washington.
So why is our own government fighting so hard to keep these secret? Well, a dozen scientists have either gone missing or died. Now, we don't know if that's related, but people are scared to talk.
One I thought was going to do an interview, and then a couple days before sent me a message saying, after further consideration and long talks with my wife, I decided I'd be forfeiting my life if I participated in your interview. And I thought that was like very unsettling message to get, obviously, but also very specific word choice, you know, forfeiting my life.
To support this exciting renewal this morning, I'm pleased to announce that on May 17th, 2026, that we're inviting Americans from all across the country to come together on our national mall to pray, to give thanks.
Which that was yesterday, so I'll go ahead and scroll on past that. X is going to be changing their algorithm and making it public on GitHub. I believe it's already live. If anybody wants to go check it out. I don't trust it at all. And, I mean, if people don't see their numbers improve, then nobody's going to trust it. So, I don't know. I think X is on the decline. I think we need to start thinking about other social medias. Same for even Rumble. I think a lot of it is just kind of fake now. Too many bots, too much junk being put into the feed where it's just like, it's not newsworthy. There's just certain accounts that just really need to be tested and they need to be, I don't know, thrown out. I don't know. Do I need to start drilling certain accounts? I don't know. At the same time, I kind of speculate that they're military accounts and that's why they can't be taken down. I mean, I have no clue. I'm just, you know, kind of speculating with that one. But at the same time, if they're never questioned and no one is ever calling them out, like, hey, bro, you do realize you never show your face and, like, you get all these likes and retweets and stuff, but nobody knows who the fuck you are? Like, you do realize that, right? Like, I don't know, it's just kind of weird and creepy. Like, if you don't ever show anything about yourself, like, you're weird and creepy. You're not revealing anything about yourself. You're not showing yourself. You're probably a scared little bitch hiding behind your screen, and you have a lot of insecurities, and, you know, you're just incapable of being strong enough to show yourself. Like, that's just the way I see you. I mean, you probably think that you're sneaky and, you know, just sly and capable of getting away with everything. Whatever. I mean, do you, bro? I mean, you don't look cool to me, and you probably don't look cool to 1,000 other people, but can we question you? Can we take you down? Probably not, because you're probably a military account. Like, I'm just gonna be real. Especially a lot of those weird accounts that have those weird faces, those weird, I don't know, cartoon-looking accounts with the frog faces and stuff. Probably a lot of them are psyops groups. I mean, I tried to kind of befriend them a little bit, just trying to learn about them, but they would never really reveal all that much. So it was just one of those things where I was like, all right, well, if you're not gonna ever reveal anything, then I'm just gonna treat you as this bunk person. You know, you could be a propagandist for all I know. I mean, they could be an Israeli psyops account. You never know. Just, you know, giving you food for thought so you can think about these things whenever you're scrolling, just so you don't end up in the wrong feed. I don't know. I'm just joking. Anyways, Kentucky's, let's get away from that. Trump expands Trump RX with Cuban, adds 600 generic drugs with Cuban. Like a Cuban American? Partnerships with Cubans, cost plus drugs. So we're forming business partnerships with Cuba? Mark Cuban. Okay. Well, that would be good to add. Grok. Whoever dressed that headline together. Okay, so Mark Cuban. Here I was thinking of Cuba. Let's get past that.
Mr. President, I think other than you, I've been the biggest proponent of TrumpRx.com. And the reason for that is Republicans want cheaper drugs, independents want cheaper drugs, Democrats want cheaper drugs, and together, I think we're going to do something special. What makes Cost Plus Drugs different is that when you click through TrumpRx to our site, not only will you see a great price, but you'll see our actual cost and that we only mark it up 15%. And what makes this incredible, Mr. President, all the volume and all the people that are going to come from the site, as our volumes go up, our costs go down, which means we'll be ending up charging less to people over a period of time. So this is a special announcement. This is a special partnership. 559 of those drugs are ours, so we're really excited to be part of this. Thank you so much for having me. And I'll turn it over to Chris Klopp. Thank you.
The official story is that he killed himself, right?
Yep.
He killed himself in the bunker with Ava Braun.
Yep.
And is there any photographic evidence of his death or anything?
Yeah. So what the Russians got the body and they got his skull. And when they brought it back to Moscow, nobody has ever been able to independently verify who and what this body is. They let one genetic test occur, and the body with the bullet holes that they said was Hitler, and have said, and that's the narrative, that's the story, that's all the eyewitness accounts that are even in the vicinity of collaborating with each other and corroborating each other's testimony. Like the closest version, because none of it seems to be very accurate, is that, okay, here's Hitler's skull, and when they did the genetic testing, it's that of a 35-year-old woman. So they're like, oh, well, this isn't Hitler, but they've said for the past 80 years that this is Hitler. So, okay, first, before we start throwing stones at Russia, let's go back to 1945, April, in Berlin. You have the Allies coming in, wrecking shop, dropping bombs, blowing everything up they can in every single which way. You have the Russians coming in from the opposite direction. They don't even have enough guns to arm all their soldiers. So if they have 200 guys, or 200,000 guys, they have 100,000 guns. If the guy in front of you dies, you just pick up his gun. That's what's happening in April of 1945 in Berlin. So the noose is tightening. There is no, it is chaos, anarchy, pandemonium. This is hell on earth, is Berlin, 1945. So I don't know if you could get a real story, the way that we do it now, where we have this forensic experts that come in and document everything, and we look at all the different testimonies, and say this is exactly how it's not CSI. This is 1945 Berlin. It's crazy. So I don't know.
there was no absolute proof.
No.
And a lot of Nazis did escape and go to South America.
The majority of anyone with power.
The ones with power that went to South America, I know a bunch of them went to Argentina, but they think they went to Honduras and a few other places. Where do they think they wound up?
So what you had in South America, both Chile and Argentina back-to-back had fascist regimes. You had Perón, who was part of the Nazi party starting all the way back into the mid-30s. He's the president of Argentina. So the Red Cross, they were facilitated. There was about 3 different rat lines that guys were able to successfully get out of Europe into South America. And there's no question that we're talking thousands, if not tens of thousands of high-ranking Nazis made it there.
Tens of thousands?
Tens of thousands. And I'm not talking like little soldiers. I'm talking high-ranking Nazis, officers, guys like Joseph Mengele and Adolf Eichmann. These are the most disgusting, despicable humans to exist at the time. If Hitler is dead, Joseph Mengele is the guy that would take syringes full of blue ink and inject them. Oh, you have blue eyes, Joe, or you have brown eyes. Let me see if I can make them blue.
Oh, wow.
And then take twins and start torturing them to see if one would feel the pain. That's Joseph Mengele. That's a guy that then in South America was helping high-ranking Argentinians have abortions, and he set up. Have you seen the movie Colonia?
No.
About Colonia Dignidad, which is, if you're listening right now, I almost warn you not to Google it, because it was a torture camp that was started by Joseph Schaefer, a Nazi, and Joseph Mengele, the doctor of death that escaped trial in Nuremberg and made it at the behest of Perón into Argentina. He set up the hospital at Colonia Dignidad, which was another safe haven for more Nazis in South America. Golda Meir and Ben Gurion, the presidents of Israel, they took the gloves off, and they were just sending assassins to try to find these people and kill them. But what you got in South America were isolated German-only communities. You could go to Bariloche, Argentina, and I'd be like, "Buenos dias, amigos," and they're like, "Guten Morgen?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I meant good morning. Yeah, sorry, it's 2017, right? I thought we spoke Spanish here."
So in 2017, you were there, and they were speaking German.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, I don't look I might look more European than I do. So it's just them seeing me walking down the street and be like,
wow.
Yeah. And there's tons of communities. If you go to Colonia Dignidad, which is now called Villa Bavaria, the Bavarian village, it is only German.
Whoa.
In the center of Chile, in the mountains of Chile. There's no Spanish being spoken there. It is exclusively German.
And these are descendants of Nazis?
Powerful Nazis.
Holy shit.
Insanity! There's even speculation that Hitler might have survived and moved to Argentina. I don't know if that's true. just a rumor. It's been circulating for a while. Let's get past that because it's not really news. The Republican Jewish Coalition Victory Fund just filed another $470,000 of spending against Thomas Massie. That was from 2 days ago. I think they've actually threw another like $3 million or something crazy. Or no, I'm sorry. Maybe it was another $20 million. I don't know. It's insane amounts of money that have been thrown at the other guy. Is it tonight? Let's find out when the election is. When the primary occur? I wouldn't be surprised if the election results are tested by Trump, and I don't know. I hope they don't try to rig it, but you never know. These days, you never know. So it is today.
A trio.
That's what I was thinking. Let me finish this up real quick. Kentucky's Republican primary for the 4th Congressional District and all other primaries in the state is today. Polls are open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So I guess the election is over. Okay. If the election is over, who won? Primaries today, current status, pre-election polls, betting markets were mixed, earning towards challenger Ed Gallagher. However, Thomas Massie has strong local support as the longtime incumbent in a conservative libertarian-leaning district, and some observers expect a close race or even a Massie hold. All of the smears were very distasteful and uncolorful by the president, in my opinion. Calling him a pedo and calling him, I don't know, just all kinds of shitty things, like after his wife died. And I mean, if my wife died, I might go try to meet some chicks too to try to feel better. I mean, I'm just trying to be real. Like, what would I do if my wife died and, I didn't have anybody and I'm like sitting there in pain? I might try to relieve that pain with somebody else. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. I've never had a wife, first off, and I've never had a dead wife. Can't have one without the other, huh? Never had a dead girlfriend. I think they're all still alive. I've never checked on my exes, actually. Maybe I need to check on them. I'm just kidding. Kidding. Mamdani gives press passes to 3 women who used them to celebrate the murder of CEO Brian Thompson by Luigi Mangione.
Bloodthirsty women, big fans of Luigi Mangione, and somehow granted press passes by City Hall. Here they are camped out outside the courthouse. Now, why? The backdrop for their appearance? Today was an evidence suppression hearing for the accused United Healthcare CEO killer, during which the judge handed prosecutors a pretty big victory in granting Luigi Mangione's bid to suppress some of the evidence at his murder trial. Here's what the judge had to say. The evidence found in the search of the backpack at McDonald's must be suppressed. That included the magazine, cell phone, passport, wallet, and computer chip. But all the evidence gathered at the police station is still admissible, and that includes the 3D printed gun, the silencer, importantly, the red notebook, the quote-unquote manifesto, all that's still on the table. But let's get back to the sickness, the ugliness outside the courtroom, because it's profane, it's vulgar, it's actually something too hard for us to imagine.
Okay, I'm done with that. It's not really big news, it's just 3 assholes celebrating a death. I'm not even saying I was a fan of the guy. Why did I repost this? I don't know. It's got butts in it, I guess. It's got women butts. I just so happen to like women butts. Hopefully you like women butts too. These are fake women butts though. I just went ahead and said, I'm probably not marrying you if you have to do this. Like, I'm probably marrying you because you already got an ass. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry, I'm a little shallow. Oh, wait, I don't want to do that. It's got that music. Might be like copyrighted. Fucking YouTube will jump on me. Rumble's cool though. Even though Rumble doesn't give you safety features, you bastards. Get the F out of here, bro. Get out of here. Anyways. Moving on. King Charles, the Green Man, Pagan King.
The indictments will follow the trail of everyone who participated in this foreign-run intelligence operation. But even if you understand this part of the story, here's what you don't know. What is it about Trump that so terrifies the British that they deployed their most sophisticated intelligence assets against him? Just take a look at Trump's UN speech. Many say rightly that it was a no-holds-barred attack on the UN and globalism. But there was something even more profound in it. It was a frontal assault on the premier pet projects of King Charles: green fascism and unfettered immigration. These are King Charles and the British Empire's two primary weapons for destroying sovereign nations. And in his UN speech, Donald Trump took on both.
In closing, I just want to repeat that immigration and the high cost of so-called green renewable energy.
Photon Matrix is a LiDAR-guided laser device.
Countries that cherish freedom are fading fast because of their policies on these two subjects. You need strong borders and traditional energy sources if you're going to be great again.
Now, Charles has spent his whole life building these two pillars of global control. Let's start with green fascism. The British royal family has been in the middle of the creation of the environmentalist movement. One notable point was the World Wildlife Fund created by Prince Philip in the early 1960s. A little later on, Charles championed the whole carbon hoax in the World Economic Forum. But if you go back even further, what you'll find is that the British royal family was one of the key sponsors of eugenics. And after World War II, they recognized they had to repackage it, and hence came the environmental movement. But these policies are not just scientific claptrap, which they are. They represent a fundamental assault on the ideas embedded in Genesis that man is made in the image of the Creator and must continue that creation and multiply and subdue the earth. The British royal family's outlook, including the current king, are fundamentally pagan. If you don't believe me, check out the design that was on the invitation to King.
Real quick with this. What if a mosquito like landed on your face and then it like zapped it? I don't know. This is the same like LiDAR that like shoots like missiles out of the sky, by the way. I just think it's kind of funny. They're using the same shit for fucking mosquitoes. Alright, anyways.
King Charles' coronation. It's actually called the Green Man. And believe it or not, a practicing American-based pagan, a guy named Stephen Posh, observed that in King Charles, pagans not only have a so-called ecumenical king, right, but a, quote, pro-pagan monarch, unquote. Now, if this is blowing your mind like it should be, you need to subscribe to Promethean Actions newsletter. Most Americans have no idea they're watching a pagan king wage war on Christian civilization. But we've been on this case for decades, and we can give you what you need to fight this battle. And let's talk about Charles' so-called ecumenicism. This is the pathway to his other pet project, the spread of Islamic fundamentalism. We're going to put in the show notes an article which called the then Prince Charles of Arabia, and goes through the role of Charles and British intelligence in fostering radical Islamic fundamentalism. The article documents that Charles created Islamic centers across Britain, directly patronized by the British royal family, and that he worked very closely with Saudi Arabia when they were the main sponsors of Islamic terrorism. This is something that Trump shut down in his first administration when his first foreign visit was to Saudi Arabia, and he told them in no uncertain terms to stop supporting ISIS. So it's not surprising that many of our viewers from Britain do point to Charles as the patron of the mass Islamic migration, which is destabilizing their nation and other nations. And if you go back to Trump's UN speech, you'll see he directly attacked both of these pillars. He called the green ideology and unchecked mass migration evil. He left no doubt in terms of what it is. And when you understand that these are Charles's personal weapons of imperial control, Trump's speech becomes a direct declaration of war on the British crown. Now, Trump did more than attack imperial globalist thinking. He raised the banner again for a world of sovereign nations and a peaceful, prosperous future. So this week we saw the beginning of justice with the Comey indictment, the first domino in exposing decades, and again, if not centuries, of British intelligence operations against America. We saw Trump reveal exactly why they deployed those operations, because he threatens the very foundations, the ideological foundations.
Thomas Massey's ex-girlfriend Cynthia West tells Laura Loomer that Thomas Massey and Lauren Boebert slept together. Getting all the spicy gossip here, huh? Update on the mushroom cloud explosion in Israel, if anybody missed it.
You saw the explosion, yeah?
Well, I read about the explosion. If I saw it, I'd be in Israel.
Videos as well. I know, Larry, you've seen the videos. Just for the audience, what's your analysis? I'll kind of give you the I'm not sure if you know everything I'm about to say, but I'll kind of give you a quick overview. So we got reports. I was doing a live interview, and I got a video of the explosion. Immediately, to me, it looked like something pretty significant. And then we got reports, unconfirmed reports, and then we got them kind of confirmed afterwards, is that the search and rescue operations and emergency services were not allowed to the location. And then we got more footage coming in. You're going to see some of it play now as I give the overview. Then we got information that was, according to some Israeli media, it's being investigated. Then they said it's a planned detonation. In the region is called, I'll read out the region's name later. I think that's less important. So it was a planned detonation, but that didn't add up because there was no warning given in advance. It's way too big for a planned detonation. Maybe you disagree with me, Larry. And why would there be emergency services scrambled for a planned detonation? And then we got a report finally that, according to Israeli media, the explosion has been attributed to the Tomer company, a defense company, a government defense firm that develops and manufactures rocket systems used across air, land, and naval weapon systems, including engines for Arrow 2 and Arrow 3 interceptor missiles. Reporters were initially instructed to remove coverage entirely, then permitted to publish only without audio, before finally being allowed to report the incident involved that the incident involved a government defense company. And we've only got 3 videos so far. Out of that massive explosion, all the people around, only 3 videos have gone out. So what's your thoughts, Larry? Because the timing of it is very suspicious.
Well, I agree with you that this is not what they'd call a controlled demolition or detonation. And if you're going, if you found some ordnance from the previous strikes, number one, why are you detonating it at night? Rope it off, wait till daylight so you can actually see what you're doing, be very clear on what you're doing. There was no emergency to do that. So it looks like, most likely, based upon the nature of this plant, there was either an accident or deliberate sabotage inside the plant, which caused that explosion. Because your instincts are right that the size of that, the size of the blast and then the ensuing column that went into the sky, this was significant. So this was a huge explosion, not a minor explosion.
Yeah, pause. I pause at the.
Okay, I don't know why it just stopped randomly. Hello?
Yeah, pause. Lisa, pause at where the plumes are. Okay, yeah, so this is obviously it's planned detonation is no longer the story now. It's an explosion at the defense factory. So the question is whether it's an accident or whether it's a sabotage by Iran. What's your instinct? Because obviously we can't know for sure. But again, accidents like this are not common at all in Israel. Number one, number two, just the timing of it. We've seen so many sabotages happen in Iran by Mossad and U.S. intelligence. Now, for the first time, we may be seeing it the other way around.
Yeah, no, it's possible. I mean, I really, at this point, it'd just be speculation that it was either accident or sabotage. Those are the two logical outcomes. What I'm pretty sure it is not, that this was a deliberate strike by Iran to preempt something. I think Iran's keeping its
New York Times says that 2 days' time the military operation will start. So when you say preempt something, New York Times tell us exactly what they're preempting, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, some of the reports that the United States is, refining its plans about what the plans have been, in the words of a friend of mine, locked and loaded for several weeks. So this not, they're not having to scramble around and say, let's come up with some new plans for President Trump. Those plans are already, they're already in the cookbook, so to speak. So this accident could have been precipitated because Israel was stepping up efforts to try to prepare additional weapons to use against Iran. And that's why you could see it happening late on this is late on a Saturday. Actually, it's almost Saturday morning there, but this.
Boasberg and Deborah Boardman both turning down requests to testify at a Senate hearing this week entitled Impeachment, Holding Rogue Judges Accountable. Boasberg, whose series of judgments regarding the Trump administration have ignited a legal firestorm, including his decision to restrict the White House's use of the Alien Enemies Act to deport Venezuelans. There have also been questions about his apparent role in Arctic Frost, that FBI investigation that allegedly tracked the private communications and phone calls of nearly a dozen Republican lawmakers. As for Boardman, well, no stranger to controversy after ruling against the administration's effort to restrict birthright citizenship. So the question is, where do things go from here? And we want to discuss all that with another great legal eagle, Boasberg and Deborah Boardman, both turning down requests to testify.
What intel do we have? We must respond faster. Move in now.
You came in hot. You came in blind. Cross that line. Now out of time.
Just do it.
Heavy, heavy, now it breaks. Feel the ground beneath you shake. All that fire, all that
They're getting closer.
They're contained. Proceed.
You called for war.
Tracking target.
You lost control. Smoke in the sky. Ash on the throne.
Damn it! We lost. They've entered.
Wait! This is a trap!
We've been tricked! Evacuate now!
بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم فمن نصر الا من عند الله العزیز الحکیم
به دست قدرتمند ما قدرت پوشانی شکست خیال دنیا راحت که حیبت خیالی شکست.
That's kind of fun. I enjoyed it. Florida is putting wireless EV chargers inside the highway itself. Drive over it. Get charged. No more anxiety issues, says Mario Nafal.
Florida is set to develop a highway that charges the electrical vehicle as the drive. Let's see more about this. Florida is testing roads that charge electric vehicles while you drive. The SR 516 project, located near Orlando, will include a 0.75-mile wireless charging test section built directly into the highway. Specially equipped EVs will be able to recharge while moving. Testing will begin in phases starting in 2026 as part of the SR 516 Lake Orange Expressway. This could be a game changer for EV owners and for the future of infrastructure in Florida. The future of charging may happen under your tires. If successful, wireless charging roads could reduce charging stops, shrink battery sizes, and change how future EVs are built. Florida is becoming one of the first states testing this technology on an actual highway. This is one of the first real-world highway tests in America. Florida is set to develop a highway that charges...
Okay, I don't know why that started again. The U.S. Special Missions Unit was spotted rolling with the 160th SOAR Night Stalkers in Kansas City, Missouri. Something big brewing in the heartland. Seems shit like this always happens whenever we have a Republican in office. Dropped off some people. Alright. NY reporter prior to boarding Air Force One to depart Beijing, the entire U.S. delegation disposed of every item provided to them in their Chinese, or from their Chinese host, or by their Chinese host. Gifts, badges, pins, and commemorative items were all dumped into a trash bin on site. The directive was absolute. No item of Chinese origin was permitted to board the aircraft. Precautions extended beyond the departure itself. Delegation members had left all personal electronic devices at home before traveling to China and operated exclusively on clean burner phones throughout the duration of the trip. The CIA is aggressively blocking the disclosure of UAPs, UFOs, and potential alien life, per Ross Coulthart, or Coulthart, however you say it, also by the General. This is the political difference of who is basically in school right now, where conservatives and center-leaning, or just in the center, moderates, are at the bottom of the chart, and then we have liberals at the top. So we have liberals dominating our universities, and we have conservatives, barely any at this point. I'm actually surprised it's even right there. I figured it was even less than that. And then we have moderates just nosediving, basically, over the past few years. Alrighty. A bigger story to Jimmy Lai. Let it finish.
Donald Trump revealed that he had brought up the topic of their man Jimmy Lai in the meeting with the leader of China on Thursday. Xi Jinping responded by telling him the truth about Washington-allied anti-China campaigner Jimmy Lai, and the US president backed down and moved on to other topics. Now, this fascinating exchange happened at the meeting in the Great Hall of the People in Beijing on Thursday. Trump had been told to ask for Jimmy Lai to be released so he could be flown back to the West, to his people, let's be honest. Now, the US leader said he did raise the topic. That's what he told the press afterwards.
There was some hope that you were going to get Jimmy Lai on the plane to Air Force
I talked about it. I talked about it at length.
But how did Xi Jinping reply? The Chinese leader explained the real story of Jimmy Lai in detail, and Trump said afterwards,
I would say the response to that was not positive. He said that he's been, said he's been sort of his worst nightmare. It was opposition. He went through a whole thing.
He went through the whole thing. Interesting. So what did the Chinese leader actually say? What does that mean? Now, no press was allowed in that meeting. But I've reviewed some of China's documentation about Jimmy Lai, and I have to say it's very accurate and detailed and evidence-based, unlike the reports in the Western mainstream media. No Western media attended the Jimmy Lai trial, and all wrongly reported it as a press freedom issue. It's simply untrue. It's a foreign collusion case with more than 2,000 pieces of solid evidence. All Xi Jinping had to do was tell Donald Trump the real story. Which parts? Well, there's so much of it. The Chinese leader may well have explained that Jimmy Lai was in communication with the officers of Mike Pompeo, former head of the CIA, and with James Cunningham, a US diplomat who ran a China demonization operation, and with others in the White House, and with the US State Department, and with John Bolton, the moustache guy who just likes to bomb everyone in sight. The Chinese leader may have also told Trump that since at least 2014, Jimmy Lai has been caught secretly distributing huge amounts of overseas cash to anti-China people cultivated in Hong Kong by the Washington-based NED. That's an operation that destabilizes sovereign governments. And that's how the Trump administration describes the NED. I don't know how many of these incidents Xi Jinping related to Donald Trump, but it's clear that what he said was enough for the US leader to realize that Jimmy Lai could not be released, and then they moved on to other topics. One more observation. Trump was clearly very reluctant to admit his failure. So when a reporter brought up the subject of Jimmy Lai, listen to how the US president tries to avoid the subject.
I talked about Jimmy Lai, and I talked about two other people that...
The pastors.
Now stop there for a second. The reporter asked about Jimmy Lai. Why is Trump bringing up the pastors? Because the Jimmy Lai request was powerfully rebuffed. Trump had a little more hope that the pastors' case would be more positive.
I have gotten hundreds of people out of different situations. Pastor Brunson was a big deal. You remember Pastor Brunson?
Again, we see Trump changing the subject, wanting to talk about Turkey.
Pastor Brunson, he was in Turkey. 35-year term. I got him out. I called President Erdogan. I got him out. I've gotten hundreds of people out.
Trump clearly wants to move the discussion away from Jimmy Lai.
And by the way, I don't pay a lot of money. I don't pay any money like Biden, where they give $6 billion all the time to get people out. I brought him up yesterday.
How is that received?
It's under consideration.
Finally, Trump circles back to that man in Hong Kong.
I will say that I brought up Jimmy Lai, and I would say the response to that was not positive. He went through a whole thing, and I did not feel optimistic. I have to be honest with you about that one. I did feel optimistic about the second one. That's now under consideration. The pastor.
Again, we see Trump switching topic to the pastor again. He wants to dwell on something that's a positive.
The pastor. Very optimistic, actually.
Yeah.
And I put him down. I made a point of it. I mentioned Jimmy Lai again a second time. And I'd like to tell you that I'll be flying him back on Air Force One, but I won't be doing that.
You can see that Donald Trump has been told the truth about Jimmy Lai. He was involved in foreign collusion, which is a very serious offence in the US, as in most countries, but particularly the US. So from the point of view of Hong Kong people, justice is going to be done. Peace.
Insane. Hundreds and hundreds. Well, you know what this means. When the data center is closed, they're going to be selling a lot of RVs for cheap. Yeah. Oh, so crazy.
This is for a data center in Texas.
Yeah, somebody invested a lot.
Got all these people out there with campers
They got a
I
little
guess there to build it.
playground. Huh?
Or maybe they donated the campers
They're so
that they'll come
crazy.
here and work.
All for data centers. Wow. Their own little
People are just
community.
lining
All
up because they
is
need
a
the
couple
money.
Stores.
I made sure to say if I was a Texan, or I said Texans should be rising up. Guess Texas ain't so big after all. I gotta talk a little bit of shit. I'm sorry. I just heard everything in Texas is big my entire life, and I'm just like, well, y'all ain't acting so big anymore, are ya? Where's that crowd at? I don't know. I'm gonna start the game here soon. Let's finish up with this, and we'll jump into it.
Your specialty is, and you correct me if I'm wrong here, but looking at how the Chinese Communist Party thinks, how they act, what their actions are, what do you think they took out of this summit between Xi and Trump over the last couple of days?
Well, first of all, I would like to make a comment that President Trump's visit to Beijing is a huge diplomatic success. And I think this visit is going to go down to the history as one of the class book case for the peace with strength.
Why do you say that, Nan?
Well, first of all, I'm not sure if you guys noticed that Trump actually made Xi Jinping say from his own mouth that Iran cannot have nuclear weapon. Now, everybody in the world knows that the biggest supporter of Iran and airline of Iran is Beijing. Now, Xi Jinping just abandoned his closest airline because he wanted American oil. I'm not sure if your audience knows that after what happened in Venezuela and after the U.S. military's excellent, super military operation in Iran, China has been buying U.S. oil ever since the beginning of April, average 500,000 to 600 barrels of crude oil from the United States a day. In April alone, China purchased 18 million crude oil from the United States, and it looks like they're continuously buying more. And that's why during Beijing summit, Xi Jinping actually asked President Trump, they wanted more energy support from the United States. So peace with strength. This is not a diplomacy standing alone of this trip. This is a planned action ever since the beginning of this year. This is the first point. Number two, it's very funny. Think about this. Xi Jinping took his top leadership of CCP ever since 2012. He has well known for his theory of rise of the East and decline of the West. Now, this is his theory. Now, that's why they have all this coercive behavior against all of his neighbors. Now, however, in the state banquet on Thursday night, Xi Jinping took the stage and make a welcome speech to President Trump. This is what he said. He said, China's rejuvenization, which is a part of his theory of rise of the East, and MAGA, make America great again, can go along side by side. See, here is the key is he dropped the decline of the West and becomes rise together. See, what you see here is that's why I say this is the classical case, go down to the history as a classical case of peace with strength.
Man, even if he was just saying it for President Trump, the fact that he said it alone means a lot, doesn't it?
That is correct. The whole world, especially all the airlines, all the countries that are close to Beijing, they basically watch what happened. They basically watch what Xi Jinping has done. He basically say, "Hey, go, take down the nuclear weapon from Iran, as long as you give us oil." Yeah. So that's what's happening during these whole 3 days of diplomacy.
It's amazing because the mainstream media doesn't want to report any of that. They want to say that President Trump was somehow taken advantage of. And clearly, Nansu, your insight on this is so spot on. And clearly, the mainstream media is wrong. Epoch Times gets it right all the time when it comes to this stuff. Nansu, thank you. I appreciate you coming on tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
Board's ready for this game. Getting started in the background, guys. Play some music here at first, but I might I don't know. This must not be a very highly rendered game. Looks kind of pixeled. As you guys see it. Play this game alone. You guys gotta watch me play it. Is it on screen yet? This game could be really shitty. I have no clue, by the way. I didn't even look at ratings. It just looked like it had a cool story, so I was just like, alright, we're in the 80s and some type of AI takeover. It almost sounds like Terminator a little bit. remember now. Balanced Adventure. Hopefully it's got some cool cinematics. I actually thought it was a first-person shooter when I first downloaded it, and then like I looked into it right before I started tonight. I was like, wait, this is a side-scroller. I think at least. Phoenix City. Mine, Warren Marsh. Urine activity analyzing, heart rate analyzing. Session time, 15 hours. Something, something. Now we're playing, I guess. Thanks for the 6th reminder. There's somebody sitting right there. Somebody typing. Arrest when I'm dead. I guess I'm not getting one. I thought I was pressing the A button and I was moving. Never mind. It's doing it on its own. What is happening here? I feel like I'm playing like an old NES game or something. Super NES, which I'm okay with. I'm not like anti-old games. I mean, this is a newer game, but it's just like built like an older game, which I'm not against. Make a note, something, something. Is the screen always going to be small? Kind of lame. Your emotional receptors are in overdrive. Crying. Close friend passed away. Oh, now we're pressing A. Humans are neither important nor unimportant to me, Warren. Okay. What are you? Huh? That's how we kill you, I suppose. Anyway, you wouldn't understand. Let's continue. So, okay, so the AI is talking for Reach, I guess. You are unstable. Reach and fine. Operator proof. Ceasing all operations for today. Please return. That's how it works, Reach. Do as I tell you. You answer to me, I created you, and you will do as I... Okay, so the AI is taking over. Just as I suspected. At least that's what I was hoping the game was about. Now we know for a fact. Is it really always going to be that small? Come on now. Hold up. Let me see if I can change this. $4. Wait. That looks like it's as big as it can get. What does the letterbox mean? I don't need too much brightness. Sometimes I like overdo it. Borderless, full screen. He has to do full screen. Maybe that'll help. Hold up. Why does it look like that? Let me try this. No? That's so weird. I don't know. Why did it switch back? I don't know. We're going with this. So I guess is that my character? So it's like partially 3D. Game's kind of interesting. Like I said, it could suck, guys. So I don't know. Oh wait, the screen is changing. Yes, we have full screen. I was getting worried there for a minute. This is impossible. We must fix this immediately. Oh wait. So is he like digital? In like the 3D world? Is that what this is? Side scroller, okay. It's not my favorite, but like I said, I'm not against it. I'll try it out. Maybe it's fun. Maybe it's got a cool story. I didn't even read that. It's weird that it's 3D, but I literally can only go left or right. Options. They didn't even let me help it, so I can't Wait, must I still like help that person somehow? Supposed to do here? Oh, I didn't know I could climb over that. Okay, so the door closed, I guess. Body is hard to control. Proceed carefully. Play some music? I don't know. Sometimes I like the cyberpunk kind of ambience, whatever the hell this is. The sirens, they're calming. There should be another neural terminal. Google find it first, something else. Why do they gotta like read it so fast? I'm trying to be like dramatic. Can't even like do theatrics for you guys. Sorry. I love you. Am I going the right way? I don't even know if I can pick up items. It seems like I go left and right. I don't really think it does. So we just hold down the stick the entire game and do nothing. We just jump over shit. We just go through pretty scenery. Do we get to fight him? That'd be cool. Tell the police what happened for him. Oh wait, the AI? Oh yeah, it's like a part of me or something. I remember reading that. The AI is like with you somehow, or like a part of you. I guess this game is just like all narrative. I mean, even though it's not the heaviest rendered game, it's still kind of... Oh, was I supposed to jump? Oops. Or maybe that was supposed to happen again. He was trying to be cool, but it didn't happen. Okay, now I like the cyberpunk music. Synth wavy. Oh shit. Just got real. What do I do? Do I get a gun? I want a gun. Give me a gun. What the fuck? Was I supposed to jump? How was I supposed to know? What the fuck? Was I supposed to jump? I don't know what to do. My music's better. So you literally just run away? Is that what I'm not gathering here? We don't really like make contact, we just run. He got me. What was I supposed to do? How was I supposed to dodge you? Is there a way to like... What the hell? Okay, I'm just gonna hold it down this time. I don't know what else to do. Hold her down, don't slow down, just keep running. Do nothing weird. No slowing down whatsoever. Gotta watch for logs. Logs are the death trap in this game. I think I tripped. I kind of wish there was more to it, though. Like, I don't know, be able to shoot while I'm running away or something. It's kind of neat. Oh, fuck. Slow me down. No. Run. Get up. No. Why can't I move? What the fuck? Okay, so you can't trip or nothing. Why say nothing to me? Why can't I screw up at all? That's kind of dumb. I like games where I can screw up a little bit. It adds more drama and it makes it more exciting. I don't know. What's up, bro? I'll trip. Slide. Running, are you running? I'll slow down. There is no dodging. Just jumping over logs and making sure you never slow down. That is the strategy. What, was I not supposed to do that? What the fuck just happened? It's kind of neat. Do I slow down or no? Okay. I feel like there should be some slowing down. What just happened? Yeah, you know. Oh, counterattack. Look at this. Can I punch? Give me the X button, please. Counterattack. I don't know what happened. Did I skip it? I wasn't trying to. All I pressed was the A button. I thought I was jumping. I feel like I'm watching like an old cartoon or something. But it's also got cool like cyberpunk themes and shit. Which is, I don't know, it's really cool. I love the music and the ambience. The art style is a little, but you know, it's not the worst. It's also video gamey, so I can still enjoy it. Oh, I'm hurt. I'm hurt. Wait, oh, we just now are getting... We're just now starting to get, like, I forgot what it's called. Like the credits and everything at the beginning. Just now getting. This makes me want to play music. This should provide adequate work. Thanks, AI, in my skull, I guess. Warren, I will look after the body until we return. Huh? What is that supposed to be? His body? fortunate that we survived the bomb. Memento Mori. Ooh. That is a Stoic term, I believe. Memento Mori. It means remember that you will die, I believe. Which is basically that you're mortal and you're not God. You're not beyond death. Memento Mori. For anybody that's unfamiliar with that term. Anyways. How the hell didn't you let me save you, you stubborn bastard? Sorry. Goodbye, Steven. Memento Mori. The one who aided you, this weapon, it is a standard issue police firearm. Biolot function allows us to operate it, but it is no subject. Still, the baton mode is functional. Cool. So I got a weapon now? Nice. You might have to use this gun to protect ourselves, Warren. That's kind of neat. A gun that's also a baton? How do I use it? Right. Well, it won't let me pull it out. Shaking camera is kind of interesting. Help outside is too dangerous. Do not have time to wait, Warren. We must proceed. Stems are limited, but they are partially replenished when combat encounter starts, depending on gameplay. Oh. It's like a little Game Boy. Love it. Okay, maybe I can enjoy this game. I was getting worried at first. Standard police farm. Cool, cool. It's almost like a Pokédex or something. Got limited function, but hey, we don't need much. Hey, look. Oh, cool. We got the whole settings and everything here. We got different songs. Turn it up. I don't want to do the brightness. Turn up the music. I want to make it bassy. Do it during combat. Never told me what button it is. fuck? Is this like a game like telling us we had AI in the 80s? I mean, I assume we did. It's just like probably just more of a primitive form of it.
Ziranovic.
Beautiful. Idiot. I wouldn't have failed. Let's stuff it. Can't find anything. Put it up. Hello. I just look up, there's like a bunch of dudes standing there. Look at this guy like walking in. Some weird baggy things around his ears. Like ears. Oh wait, I gotta fight this guy? Hold up. No, don't fight me yet. No, hold up. Stealing something. My hands are full. 1 second. 1 second. Un momento, por favor. Okay, X and then Y. Or I'm sorry, Y and then X. Okay, now we're Xing. Hell yeah! Here we go, baby. Love it. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, alright. Now I'm starting to enjoy it. Yeah, there's that music. No, come back. That only comes in whenever freaking combat, really? Well, I guess we have something to look forward to then. It actually had a good beat and everything. I liked it. Then the med staff began to die right off next to their patients. Now it's known as secondary contamination, but back then we called it a curse, punishing people who dared to oppose the end of times, who knew the affected people were the source of radiation as well. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Who knew the affected people were the source of radiation as well? Oh, we got more. Damn it. Freaking scroll bars. Mr. Ray stops to catch a breath, so stop transplanted tissue rejection. He has to rely on immunosuppressants, and a recent common cold left him in a weakened state. One thing for sure, he continues, that thing didn't discriminate, black or white, man or woman, rich or poor. Everyone was stripped of their skin and left to rot the same. To fight back, we had to learn what united really meant the hard way. Sweet. This is kind of cool. I mean, it reminds me of like older video games where you had to like read more. I was actually just telling some people online earlier today, I was like, bro, like, everybody looks down on video games, and I'm just like, I learned, like, how to read well, or at least how to read, you know, at a steady pace, above an 8th grade level, not only from video games, I mean, you know, I went to college too, but, I guess, I mean, you read a lot in these video games, especially these types. It will optimize the body's resources to maximize psychological efficiency. See? Like that. Like that. You know? Like, I think it helps kids learn how to read. That's kind of my point. I mean, you can disagree. I don't care. What are we doing here? Is this a generator? See? Even more to read now. Fucking 2 paragraphs. What is like, why does it keep giving me stuff to read right now? Trinity catastrophe 20 years later. Looking back, the catastrophe began long before the 16th of July 1945. I mean, it does give us a backstory, that's good. No one asked us if we wanted those military tests. No one ever told us what radiation was. The aftermath of the explosion was just a manifestation of a systemic governmental indifference towards the people. The priority of the politicians was to silence the witnesses and cover up the real scale of the catastrophe. Oh, that sounds weirdly familiar. Instead of saving lives, they were desperate to save face. What does that say? Fizz? Oh, as. Okay, now I see the A. Looks weird at first. That was weird. As a result, hundreds of thousands of American lives were lost, and almost a third of our territory became unlivable for us, our children, and generations to come. Really? Okay, that's not good. Still in the total economic and social collapse and the whirlwind of massive civil unrest, our nation has risen from the radioactive ashes. The Phoenix Initiative was born, a comprehensive network of private hospitals, research facilities, charity organizations, and shelters, hand-woven by the caring citizens, united by the common goal of fighting death and destruction. Today, the initiative has evolved into a full-scale corporation that continues to inspire and support people in the pursuit of a better society, strong and reliable, working hard to keep the nation healthy, well-fed, and protected. Sweet. You know what? I gotta pull it out here somewhere. Just trying to figure out what I'm doing. Is there something else in here I gotta do? I'm gonna go back up. I think so. Looks like I was probably gonna have to come this way anyways. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. I can only go left or right. And up or down, I guess. Oh, wait. Now I see a bar that I can swing on, I think. Let's see if that does anything. Yeah. I don't know where I'm going to swing to. Oh, turn around. Where am I going? Made it. Like I said, I'm not really a side-scroller guy, but I mean, this game's alright. I kind of wish there was a little bit more, like, fighting scenes and stuff. That'd be kind of neat. Come and fight me, guys! I want to hear the music. I don't know why I'm talking like Trump. That was weird. Take my time with my enemies. Or game box. A cardboard box containing an economics themed educational board game licensed by Phoenix Entertainment. The premise on the board suggests tons of fun for the whole family while trying to I don't give a shit. We're trying to rebuild a crashed economy, is that what I said? I don't know why I'm laughing. That doesn't sound good. I would hate to do that. Actually, I don't know. Maybe that would be a good thing, actually. I'm probably good at building a decent economy considering it's not hard at all. Basically, man. Let's see. Am I going up or down? No, I didn't want to do that. Oops. You know what? Okay. That was the first time I died. I was trying to jump on the bar above me. I don't know. Is that a dude right there? Looks like a dude right there. Right above his head, sitting on that thing. Maybe it was a dead guy. Jump up there. Looks like I... Oh, yeah. Why didn't it do it the first time? That's some bullshit. Cool. I'm glad I didn't pay for this. Proceed. Pick up the road. It's over here. Oh. I'm glad I came over here now. Got something new. Goodbye letter. Miss Jackson. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I ain't for real. Sorry, I haven't heard that song in a while. Just like came to me after reading Miss Jackson. Alright. I'm done. The city turns back into what it was before. All the being a donor is an honor. Bullshit, a bum, dumpster. I tried to be empathetic like you asked me to be, but those scumbags are called disposables for a reason. Bruh, all I hear is sass. I ain't reading sass. Jackson is sassy. Maybe the guy talking to Miss Jackson was sassy, huh? Yeah, here we go. Here's some good synthwave. gonna put a wave on everything. Now what? 1980s America. We got some weird AI named Reach stuck in our skull. It's just a part of me somehow. I don't know exactly how it works. Don't tell me it's purple, so I'm not gonna be. I tried jumping over it. Almost like it wanted to do. That's kind of pretty. Sunlight, the sunbeam, the ray tracing. I think side-scrolling game would have ray tracing. It's kind of nice. It's new. I kind of wish that they like rendered their character a little bit better. Maybe they were trying to make it look digital. Rolling in the mud, bro. Rolling in the puddles. After you just got that new jacket. Bro, press the A button. Bitch. Now what? It's just going down. Can I fight somebody or something? Throw like a lizard monster at me. Give me something new. I don't want to keep fighting these ugly soldiers. This district was part of Phoenix City before the wall went down. No. Can answer that question. Never know. Can't really see right now. Tried that earlier. straight again. Blondie went ape shit after weed. Just keep your bloody eyes peeled. Whoa. Whoa. No. Bullshit. I jumped. How's my health looking? I didn't see it. It like popped up for like 2 seconds. Man, I wish that music would keep rolling for a minute. It's like the best music in the game is when the combat rolls. Do I need to turn up the difficulty maybe? I don't know. Laura, always check everything with the dosimeter. Emitters are still dangerous plus 100% scavenged by the dirty lands. I don't need that crap in my pawn shop. Okay. This way. Okay, so it does let me go up and down the mountain again. Relaxing. Kind of feel like I should play the music next time. There's not really much going on. At the same time, I don't know, man. Do I just want ambience right now? It's kind of relaxing. I don't always gotta play music, do I? Do I? Sometimes we can interact with each other, I guess. Get more med kits? I forgot what it said already. That's a lot. That's weird. Look at that. Preacher's Diary. We gotta check all of them, don't we? Our congregation is fading away. Last week a whole district was evicted. The upstanding ones were offered modern accommodation at the city center. Some people moved west, but most agreed, and those who remain are interested in neither God nor the devil. 42067, who am I to compete with the Phoenix preachers? Their sweet promises describe a carefree life of comfort protected by walls they build, but what will be the price? And who chooses the ones worthy? They say they are building the ark, but I see Babylon towers. Still got 5 bars of health, or 5 hearts, whatever. 5 farts of health. Okay, here we go. Running time. Do not stop, 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 do not stop. Right. Right. Let's see what's down here. Oh yeah, I can't. Once I get down here, I can only go left or right. What with this? I'll move over here. Hooky bear there. Universal socket. Its key feature is the ability to accumulate and store both kinetic and solar energy to power up various machines from motor vehicles to personal computers. Cool, cool, cool. What did that do? Did I just turn this computer on, really? I got 2 sides of this thing. I might not make it. Just kidding. Address. Since the century's beginning, a time of tempests seemed to come upon the continents of the earth. For our own country, it has been a time of recurring trial. We have passed through the fallout of our own ignorance and lust for power. This fact defines the meaning of this day. You summon us to complete our dedication to the service of the people of our great nation. Yes, we quit the unnecessary and brutal war. Yes, we kept our country together upon facing the shadow of nuclear catastrophe. Yes, we finally focused on our own people and our own future. But that is not enough. It's time to rebuild our nation, to rise from the ashes. We came to this world not to fight, not to kill, not to conquer. We came to this world to prosper and provide God's will. And nothing reflects God's will better than the will of the people. People who didn't flee and didn't back down. America's finest sons and daughters. The Phoenix Initiative. Everything we achieved in these 7 years wouldn't be possible without initiatives. Struggle to make things right. And to carry on this unity to meet the challenge of our time, let me announce my Day 1 decrees. 1. Unprecedented budget quotas. Okay, I don't feel like reading all this shit. Honestly, it kind of reminded me of Trump. I was getting flashbacks to today. Flash forwards. I don't know. Whichever direction we're going. Point to coming up here. Oh, looks like that door's open. The wall is open. Look who it is. Hey, Frank, you think you're a big deal? Well, let me tell you something, brother. I'm gonna rip you from limb to limb. Where's my gun? Whoa, I pressed the Y button. What the hell? I win. Did my health go up? I think my health goes up after each battle or something. So I'm not trying to use my med kits. Or my sniper. Stand still. I won't hurt as much that way. Like some hot rod train thing. Is this the action movie? Oh wait, is that some chick in there? I'm up on the wreckage before backup survival. Is that some chick in there? Do we get some hot babe in this game? Oh yeah? I don't know. It could be a dude, I have no clue. I don't want to be wrong. I'm gonna be really let down if I like think it's a chick and then it's not. That's not a chick. Never mind. Sorry. Forgive me. Forgive me, everybody. Tempest. He looks like a rocker, dude. He looks like he parties. He likes good music. Hell yeah. You know, I usually grab the newbies right from the pit. I'm swift enough, that is. Rick, what? Oh, whatever. Name's Tempest. I am Reach. Okay, like Richard. Or like Bloody Homicidal Corp Machine. Just kidding, dude. Relax. Who am I to judge, names? You're okay, Reach. I'm taking you to a safe place. Catch your breath now, as we're about to make like a banana and split. Which is great, termites, like, we have conversation. Why are you not hostile? Why should I be? Is that what they say about us in the city? But every human I encountered showed extreme aggression. I don't see termites as humans, dude. Violent scumbags. They hide in the old shafts and use mining equipment to hunt us for fun or pain. So if you see them, you kill them. Alright. Fresh out of the hatch disposal, you're quite capable. What body part did they take? The body is whole, just mildly injured. And how did you get here? I escaped, then I fell from the wall, and somehow survived. I can't decide if you're lucky or not. This place is landed in. Phoenix Corp dumps in waste here, and with waste or disposables, if you like. I need to get back behind the wall as soon as possible. It's always this way, you know. Didn't know to start. That's sweet acceptance. What do you mean? Come on, have you seen the freaking wall? It's insuperable. So unless you can fly or melt shit with your eyes, wait a sec, that gun, can you use it? Yes, I found it on a dead trooper. I assume the bio-lock malfunctions to eye. Well, I never. A Phoenix gun, a disposable, can use. Man, I cannot wait to see the council space that this will make them change their tune for sure. Come on, reach you, boy. You jump in the car, I'll get you back, and I'll get you somewhere. I didn't read the rest, so hit the button too soon. Recognize this man, Warren Crawford. We process. Yeah. We should follow the troopers who will come looking for him. They will take us back to the laboratory. I read this shit so fast. Sometimes it's good on its own. How long have we been playing already? About an hour? This game is said about has about like 10 hours of gameplay on average. Thankfully, this game is not power heavy at all. Welcome to the humble Bow Reach, best vacation around if you... That does not sound like the best vacation. I'm just joking, dude. It's the safest place on the side of the wall. The best home you're going to find here. Anyways, enough sentimental bullshit. I'm taking the car to the garage. Poor baby took a real beating back there. Where do I go now? Let's meet at the bar, into the main building, and up the stairs. I'll introduce you to some people. I feel like this game should be like a mobile game. I just feel like the resolution is more fit for a phone. Just my opinion. Watch the birdies from here. Birdies? Phoenix bastards patrol the wall. Even they need to eat, sleep, and take a shit. If I can calculate the shift changes, I can sneak through. Phoenix City is closer than ever. There's just one tiny problem. The wind's a scratch, can't see shit. I suggest replacing it. Great advice. I just ring up the nearest optical service center and order a new one. Oh wait, there isn't one, smartass. Although, there's a weird girl at the arcade inside the station hall. She always carries a pair of binoculars with her. I tried to buy them off her once, but all she did was mutter crap about friends and high scores. How about you go and get the binoculars, bring them, and I'll take you to the city with me. How am I supposed to do that? Don't know, don't care. There's no price high enough for the chance to go back. Or down, find me there on the platform. I'll try to focus the pipe on the wall. It's the arcade. Damn old man locked himself in the workshop again. He'll get hungry soon because I'm eating my leg now. This man is in a bad mood. We should come back later. New type of residential building for the brand new type of living. Have you ever dreamed of working from home? Fresh, high quality food. I don't give a shit. Read that. Silly man. Romantic prescription only. Veronica won't give you anything without doctor's orders. There are too many people, Warren. You need to come back later. Is this the arcade? No clue, let's go. It looks kind of like an arcade or a market or something. I don't know. I think it's a market. find it? No. Damn it, I wanted to like keep playing while like I wanted it to be like a Walkman. Weird girl at the arcade, she kissed me. She ever here? Weird girl at? I need to talk to her. Is that her in the background? Some chick in the background walking back and forth with blue hair. There's a monkey. Is that a monkey? I have no clue. It looks like a monkey walking in front of me. Go like any lower. I want to go to the next layer, but it won't let me. Let's see. Where is the arcade at? Is the arcade upstairs, maybe? Is that what that was? I don't know if it is. Let's go check. Random cutscene. Maybe not. Council? Oh, this is okay. Talked about this type of bullshit. You? Oh, the matriarch. Okay. Preach, you can't be waiting, dude. Come on, Shogun. Show them your gun. Told him to get out. Reach, right? Sorry if you have to witness that. It's the kind of hearing plays, but we've all been through our fair share of hardships. Stay away from that kid, newbie. He's stubborn as a mule and can't see farther than his nose. You should reflect on that, Ironwood. You and Tempest share more than you think. City wall specs. Hard to tell me. Length 87 miles. Wow. So we're in Phoenix City. Length. Depth. Height. 600 feet high. Shit. Where are we protecting ourselves against? Soldiers? Cat. What are they talking about? It's a peculiar creature. There is one other game, I think it's kind of like this. I think it's called Stray that I want to play. It's supposed to be kind of like a cyberpunk game where you play as a cat. It wasn't one of those games I want to pay full price for, so I'm waiting for it to be like $5 or something. I'm cheap with a lot of these video games, especially if they're going to raise the price to $70. I'm just like, no, I'll just wait a year, wait for that sale. Big deal, I don't need them after all. Like that Assassin's Creed game, like nobody bought it when it came out, and the price reduced like within like 2 months. So it's kind of funny. Like they kept on saying that the sales were insane, but I don't know. You don't reduce price that fast if you're doing well, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I'm not reading anything that's going on right now. What's going on? So much reading. So how do you like the station so far? It is chaotic and battered. Hey, don't judge the good old station by its looks. It's strong and reliable. That's why folks choose to camp outside. It makes them feel safe here. This place houses all our supplies and infrastructure. There's a hospital, a job center, and some jobs, even an arcade. Where's the arcade at? Down there. Like the arcade's down here or something. Hold on, I gotta go. Can I go in here? Oh, I can't. Maybe this is it. No. What is that in front of me? Arcade. I got a map. Evil computer controls the government. I know it. Property. Not gonna lie. The old ticket machine no longer operational. Hold up, anyone go in the hospital? What the hell? Kind of weird how it flipped the screen. I just hate that I can't pull out of the screen and it keeps playing. It won't do it. It's arcade. I don't know, they were all talking like the arcade was in here somewhere, so I'm just gonna look at it. For the arcade. X Corporation is born. despite years of societal doubts and distrust towards FPA. I feel like reading all this. Screw it. I don't care. Please. Where can I go this way? Bookshelf right there. I'll put a bookshelf on the staircase. Is this the arcade? I think I went out here already. It's like, what is this? Does this not look like an arcade? Should come up here. There's the arcade Oh, this is it. Like the one chick, do you want to be my friend? It seems so bad. Oh wait, is she like a little girl? Oh, never mind. I thought it was like, I couldn't really tell at first. Hello, I know you have binoculars and need them, please. No, I only give things to my best friends, and you are not even a friend. What are the requirements for gaining friend status? You talk weird, mister. I'm Reach. I do not want to scare you. I'm just like you. Talking. Me too. Mom says I need friends, but no one wants to talk to me. But we are talking, so we are friends now. Do you want to play arcade games? Never played arcade games. I do not. Never played in the arcade? That is sad. You can play now. I have lots of games here. They all seem to be malfunctioning. And this got mad at like my arcade cabinets. When I beat his score, we are not friends anymore. Oh. But I can fix them now. This one, it needs a rectifier. Just like a ticket machine, Mom says I should not walk around one. You are an adult, so you can search for it. Hey, you do that. Cool. Wait here, friend. You know, I don't really recommend young children making friends with random adults. Just as a side note, just if anybody, you know, wants my personal opinion on anything, which I know nobody really cares about my opinion. Anyways, here's your mom. Yeah, let's move away from Susan to Mom. That's a little bit more appropriate. My mom is working in the mine, as she always does. She is very busy. I wanted to work with her, but she said the mines are not for children. Where's your mom? My mom? I do not have a mom. You weren't. What? Oh, Warren. What? Is that his daughter? I have a dad. Cool. Or you have a dad. Cool. Wish I had a dad too, so we could play in the arcade together. I'm confused who was talking just then. Never mind. They seem to be fond of arcade machines. They're awesome. I can tell you so much about them. Mom told me do not like talking about the arcade. Maybe they like more adult things like drinking and whining. But I am not an adult, so I spend most of my time here in the arcade. Can I have your binoculars? You are my friend, but not the best one yet. Bring me the rectifier and I will think about it. Where do I get the rectifier? I forgot. Is this it? That's the song. 8-minute song. Oh, is that song the one that's playing right now? No, thank you. I mean, it's not a horrible song, but it's definitely not the best one either. Okay, since horrible, but it's also definitely not great. That's another way to look at it too. I'm talking a lot tonight. I need better music, honestly. I need to turn on my music, but I never did. Might even go to bed soon. This song's putting me to sleep. What's that person doing? She's like, you okay, lady? She's like, she's about to fall over. She has one leg. Where'd I get the rectifier at? I forgot where she said it's at. Oh, Susan, that's what it is. Susan will give you binoculars in exchange for restoring the arcade cabinet. Well, I know that, but where to find the rectifier? The girl from the arcade. Susan needs a specific part from the old ticket machine near the station. I remember seeing that thing. Where was that thing at? Ticket machine. I gotta go outside for it. I swear I saw her here. Here it is. Susan, I know we should take everything clear back to her. Electronic components. I just took all the parts. Okay. Yeah, just take all these junk parts out of this machine. I guess nobody cares. I can't believe the arcade's like all the way in the back in that weird corner. I mean, she is in there with a bunch of broken machines, so it is kind of weird and creepy that she's even back here. Lady? Wait, she said she had a warrant? Sorry, I do not. Does that mean she's like an orphan? I do not know what a rectifier is. Here's everything I found. Oh wow, so many things. Now I can repair more games. All the games. Just give me a second. I gotta play the game now. Arcade cabinets are black. Reach, you're officially my best friend. And as my best friend, you can play as much as you like. Next time, I'll repair more arcade cabinets, but now you can try and beat the high score for a reward. You can let me know. I need you to do this. Mom will not let me give them away. She is afraid someone clumsy will break them. If you beat my high score and prove you are enough, or good enough, I'm sure she will not mind. You piece of crap. Alright, let's do this. What do we gotta do? Control Phoenix mobile with take all donors from the streets. So you will hospital. Drive Phoenix mobile with Did it. She's like, he doesn't really want to be my friend. He just wants the binoculars. That's entirely correct. Who made this intersection? Oh my goodness. Freaking subdivision. Game over. What? Where's my score at? Did I beat him? Did I win? Where's my score at? Like 1 of 3. Freaking 4? It's a freaking subdivision. I can't. What? Oh yeah, no, I gotta go to the hospital. Fucking A. I hate these types of games. Get 5 this time. Stupid. Itch now. Get itchy because like I don't want to do it. I always get itchy when I don't want to do something. I don't know why. It's because I'm just like, I don't want to do it. The hell? Did I win? I fucking beat her, dude. Hell yeah. I wasn't even paying attention. Dude, get B. Oh no. She's my friend. I'm not gonna call her the B word. The game is primitive but engaging. I should tell Susan I beat the high school. You did it, best friend. Come back next time for more games and rewards. Beat your high score. I'm your best friend. Enough to have your binoculars now. More than that, you're my super extra mega hyper best friend now. Here, just do not break them, please. Hell yeah. That's a good way to end the episode. friend, just a friend. See you soon, best friend. Come back and play anytime. Make you a friend at the arcade. Just don't. I wouldn't recommend making friends with kids. It's just kind of weird. Make friends with people your age or something. I don't know. Just don't make the age range different or too weird. Just, I don't know, man. Doesn't look right. Doesn't look right. I'll just go ahead and call it a night though. I'm getting kind of tired. This music is definitely kind of sleepy oriented. But anyways, I appreciate everybody that stopped by. If you liked tonight's video, go ahead and like. If you're new to the channel, please follow. And if you're lucky, we'll be on tomorrow, the next day, or the next day. You never know. I might take a day off.